Today, from Oklahoma City, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Oklahoma City Nighthawks taking on San Diego.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Oklahoma City. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because, to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 30. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCain. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. McCain. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Rhodes. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the aftershocks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
To throw on second down, McCain. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. On 3rd and 2. McCain, throw left side, complete. That's Rodgers. These two teams all tied after 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. McCain. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Back to throw. McCain, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position. And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands. Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Rhodes. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll set up a throw. It's caught. Baldwin. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll run on 1st down. Royal. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now. Royal, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. He gets it to Baldwin. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Rhodes. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Looking to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Aftershocks have taken the lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 1st and 10, McCain got his man complete over the middle. It's Rodgers. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCain. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, McCain. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Nighthawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got to...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. One more go for this offense in the first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baldwin. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 3. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. From the gun on 3rd down, McCain. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass. Concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the bootleg, McCain. Throw left side complete. That's Casey. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, McCain. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Throwing on first down, McCain.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. McCain. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same, and they're route running savvy.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a give right side. Royal looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll keep it on the ground. Royal. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Glover.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot? Touchdown! A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Aftershocks have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. McCain. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 30.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well. Really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield, and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset the 1 interception.
Absolutely. Just that 1 pick with the 3 touchdowns so far. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his pass incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And this one is right through. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Shut him down! Shut him down! Let's do this!
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 1st down, McCain. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake, McCain. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCain. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. To throw on 2nd down. McCain. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain it.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make this a 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted.
1st and 10. McCain. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 3rd and 2, McCain. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. McCain. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCain. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. He hits Baldwin right side. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, it's Rodgers. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down 24-17. At time, a huge factor. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He'll look to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Royal. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And they'll indeed take a knee. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they take a knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for our visitors, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.